기억들 속에서 우린 헤엄치잖아. 더는 볼 수 없을까 그때의 나. 변해버린 듯이 우린 잊고 살잖아. 더는 알 수 없을까 그때의 너.
Hey, so thank you for joining me in the Get to Know interview.
Thank you.
My first question to you is, what would you like public to know about you and your music?
현웅이가 대답해라.
Can you repeat the question a little bit slowly again, please?
So what would you like public to know about you and your music? So what would you like public to know about your band and what music you make?
I think Mr. Na now understands the question and can answer it now.
Okay. We're band Na from Korea, and we make band music, but not some typical sounds of band. We use a lot of samples and a lot of different genres sounds. They're kind of some special band music.
So if you have to recommend one song of yours or your sample or any other song that you made or sing, whatever it is, what song would it be and why?
I would recommend Colors. It's our latest single, and it has lots of different sounds, and I think it really really shows our color, like not just some rock band song, but it's a band song, but kind of more similar to pop music.
And if you could open up a show for any artist, who would it be?
Ayo. Hyunwoo will answer.
I'm not sure if I got the question right. So if I could open the show in South Korea so I can take place and watch the show?
So open up for someone is like you have, say, a band performing, like a big show performing a band, and then before that there's an opening act. So it's like a support act basically. So who would you like, if you could be a support act for any artist, who would it be?
So can I answer the question?
Yes.
Yeah, so I don't know the other guys think about, but absolutely I want to be an open up artist for the 1975, as you know. The pop rock band, which is from England, Manchester. Yeah, I really want to be there. Like it'll be incredible if he played a show just before the 1975. I'll be crazy. It's amazing. Yeah, it's one of my dreams.
Any more acts? Or you're all fine?
We're all fine actually. But the 1975 is his favorite band, and we all know that. So yeah, we wanted him to answer. Showing the tattoo.
Yeah, this is my first tattoo I got, and this is for the 1975. Oh yeah.
Nice.
Merci.
So this answer can be answered by each one of you. So who would you say is your favorite artist at this moment? And is it 1975?
Yeah, for me, definitely in the 1975.
What about you two? Who would you say your favorite artist is at this moment?
To me, I like Dominic Fike. His music is really he usually uses some guitar sounds, but it's just not rock music. It sometimes hears as hip hop and other R&B. So I'm really enjoying his music.
What about you?
Currently I'm listening to Payday, the female rapper as far as I know in US. I like her style of the lyrics and the music video. She makes very humble music videos, and I really like that.
And other than making music as a band, what else do you like to do?
Our first goal is to make a lot of music in every time. We already made almost 40 to 50 songs in 3 years, 2 years. So we're just trying to be really 열심히가 뭐죠?
Keep hard working.
Yeah. Not just rest and just playing. We want to make music as many as we can.
And as you know, that every artist that goes on tour, so every band, every artist that goes on tour has their own tour name. So if you were to go on tour, your own big tour, what are the ideas or your name you would choose for your tour?
We always dreamt about touring the world, but we haven't ever considered about this topic yet. I think we should discuss right now. What should be the tour name? How has the 1975 has named their tour? Mr. Pack?
They just
What was the name?
no, just the tour. The tour of the 1975. I think the tour of the typical artists. It depends on their latest album. Because yeah, if they release some kind of album, they just touring the world. So I think the tour name is following the name of the album. So for me, like if we release our new album, it'll be in November or like sometime anytime else. Yeah, we can make the tour with our title of the album. I think probably. I don't have any other ideas actually.
So you can move.
I think that sounds more cool. You know, like naming our tour something special is not that not have cool feature in it. You know, we can have tour whenever we have a new album. I think naming the tour after the album is more cool way to do it.
So we can move on to the next question. So if you could change anything about the music industry, what would it be?
Oh, tough question.
So we can go for the next one and we can come back. Is that all right with you?
I think we should come back later.
So if I was to visit South Korea, what would you recommend and what is the best thing to eat?
Oh, for Eve.
Yes, and to visit.
You know, ever since this pandemic situation has happened, I haven't been going out around in South Korea, and I think we should think about it a little bit. I've been staying home a lot nowadays.
But what would you say is like the best thing about South Korea to visit and eat, like the food wise and visit wise? Like, forget the pandemic. I just say you're in South Korea right now, and what would you go visit or would you go eat?
I think you should try delivery fried chicken and beer. I think we can proudly say we have one of the best fried chickens around the world.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
So, as you know, we're going for the pandemic. So, has lockdown benefited you as an artist? So how has lockdown benefited you as an artist? So we know there was lots of negatives, there was bad things, but what were the good things you could say were in the lockdown?
Mm,
Were there any good things you can think about? I cannot come up with one.
It's more as an artist or as a band. So how it developed you or helped you or etc. Like more like free time or any of these.
mm,
For me, pandemic. So yeah, so it was pretty. Yeah, as you know, it was pretty tough to go outside. So we so our working hours in home was increased actually. So we could make. I think after pandemic, we could make some better sounds and better albums because yeah, the negative side of pandemic is absolutely that we couldn't have much gigs as usual, but on the other side, we could make better sound and better music in our studios in our home. I think it's probably yeah, it's probably same as other musicians. I think.
That's a good answer.
Thanks. Thank you.
So to add to this, has social media played important part in this, do you think?
mm.
I
So
didn't
do-
understand the question.
So during lockdown, do you think social media, so like TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, etc., was important in your lives as a band?
Yeah,
Definitely.
very much. Yeah.
So
I think, yeah, I think in Korea, those SNS channels are really big, has really big influence in selling music. So
Mm.
lots of Korean popular songs are, uh,
Promoted via Facebook or
yeah,
Instagram.
yeah.
Yeah, for
And-
me, I think TikTok was. Can I answer? Can I answer?
yeah,
question?
go for it. Go for it. Go.
Thank you. So I think yeah, for me, TikTok was pretty bizarre when he just first appeared. Because like for me, TikTok is just a short, so short video that someone could dance or doing some weird things like drinking coffee, like just like very usual but very short. And I think the TikTok was not that music dependent content when it appeared first, but as time goes by, like some of my favorite bands and some of my favorite artists did TikTok, including like US or whatever in Europe. It was pretty amazing it was pretty amazing. So I think like without Instagram or Facebook, like TikTok has more like efficiency. I think it's so short, easy to access, and easy to give like big impact to the public and audience who cannot who couldn't know about the artist. It was pretty amazing for me. Thank you.
And as you know, that you are the first group boy band group from South Korea to be featured on the page and the channel. So I want to ask you
Thank
a
you.
question that it's really some people like in England or in US they think about it a lot. So in South Korea, there's usually girl bands and there's boy bands. So why do you think is the reason, or why do you know the reason why there's like 7 members of the group, or there's like 8 groups? Like say in UK we have girl bands, the minimum or maximum is 4 or 5. But in South Korea you have like big lot of artists and big lot of bands and music girl bands. Do you know the reason behind it, or do you know why is this happening?
I think it's because of selling strategy. In Korea, maybe in late 90s, those kind of girl bands and boy bands were first appeared, and they went really popular. And as those groups get some fame and lots of money, many music making companies try to make some groups like them, and they they just put lots of members and try to target anybody who sees this band. And so I think our other members should translate my answer.
So
그 많은 멤버들을 동원을 해가지고 그 어떤 매력을 각자 보여주는 그 최대한 다원화시키는 그런 것들이었고, 또 그냥 사업 자체가 커지다 보니까 이거에 대한 공급도 너무 많아져서 이것들이 점점 커지게 되었다.
actually, I want to make sure if we got the question right, because is BTS included in the boy bands that you mentioned?
Yes.
Yeah, then I think it's a bit of different genres of music. We don't compete with the boy bands like these major pop culture company makes. And I think we call them the business of idols. And it's like a bit of more multimedia business. It's like Hollywood movies. People don't listen to their music only. People see their dancing, see their performance, see their outlooks, and etc. and etc. So they're more like idols, and because they are actually gods, one of them will be your taste. So they keep putting more members in them, and because with more members you can please more people's appetite. I think that's it. It's a bit different, I think.
So finally, going back to the question. So what could you change if you could change anything about music industry in general or in South Korea, so anywhere? What would it be and why?
I think we can answer it individually. All three of us. My opinion is that I want to decrease the power of media. I want more channels, the more way to promote our music to people. Like, I don't want our music to be famous only via YouTube or Facebook promotion. I want more ways that people can access our music and so on. I don't think I delivered it correctly by English, but anyways.
It made sense, it's fine. Do you have any two opinions?
I'm almost same opinion with him. Just in Korea, there's really almost no chance to listen to some really great indie music. There's just no channel enough. So I think those medias in Korea should more show some less popular music and introduce them to all people a lot.
And do you have any answer for this question?
For me, it's very personal answer. Me, as a student majoring in an AI-based music production, I like to lower the kind of barriers to entry the environment of producing music. So there's such a perception that music work is expensive, and as a work require a kind of expensive audio equipment and have some kind of like good acoustic environment. So like I want to lower the kind of financial and spatial barrier with a technology which is progressing every time. For example, I think such as like SoundCloud is offering kind of like free mastering service right now. I think it is very impressive because for many artists in the whole world, they're thinking mixing and mastering and whole even like music production process is so expensive and need to know about audio a lot. But the kind of like service which provides the normal people, or even though some pro artists can access to music production easily, is needed more in this recent or modern music industry, I think.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So before we end the interview, do you guys want to share any message to the UK fans or the US fans? You can say anything you want.
We didn't expect our music would be introduced to you like UK or US. We were when we first made our team and made our music, it was just we thought just our music will be in our country in Korea, but so thanks to Adrian, we can introduce our music to all people over the world, like especially UK. So please try our music, and if you like it, subscribe our YouTube and Instagram channel. We are always ready to go on tour in UK if you like us.
Great. Anything more, guys, from you two?
Can I have some? Yeah, it's like so. With our Mr. Na said, like we didn't expect it that our music would spread globally. We just played in local clubs and local gigs. So with the occasion, and thanks to Adrian, and thanks to the station, and so hopefully our music can be enjoyed by people in the world, UK, US, or anywhere else in the world where can access the internet. So yeah, we're really eager to go to the other countries and play at the gigs, play tour. So thank you so much. Stay strong and enjoy the summer, and hopefully also enjoy your vacation with our music. And please search us our Instagram and Google. Thank you.
And finally, do you have anything else to add?
Well, they say more than enough. We really thank any fans in any country. Please enjoy our music, and if you don't, and even if you don't like it, we have more than 30 songs online. You keep listening, and you will like at least one of them. And
It's
please
kind of
spread
like
the support.
buffet, yeah.
That's how boy bands in Korea work.
Yeah.
So, please keep listening, keep supporting. We will be looking forward performing in any of your country. Yeah. Thank you very much.
So that was all great, guys. So thank you so much for joining me in the Get to Know interview all the way from South Korea.
Thank you.
Thank you.